season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Trojans' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times...
Turning it on! And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Jackson gonna throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wide open downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
A strike downfield. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now from inside the red zone. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Jackson will throw. Quick strike complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Inside the touchdown, USC. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Nimrod. There he goes. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And right down the middle. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. To the air, it's Mayava. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Got his man downfield. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone and understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays.
Breaks into the open. And the catch it right into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. That makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he's going to bring this one out. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Razorbacks. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the...
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Turns it on in midfield. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. And the Trojans are on the move. The play action fake. Using his feet to buy time. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Moving out to the right. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live the play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. To the air. It's Mayava. Under fire. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. They take a 4-point lead here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Jackson gonna throw it. Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He'll ride his man on the option. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. The Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Power ahead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job on this defense.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Quick strike through the air for the score.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Makes a move. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the ground, it's Green. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Jackson will throw. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Hill. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. The give from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. There's the pressure. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Catch in the middle. It's Green. Touchdown, Arkansas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but I don't care if it's Archie or Eli back there. We've come to learn that no lead is safe inside Vaught Hemingway. They're up by 13 over Cal. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Mayava. Oh, they're after him. Finds the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness.
Oh, he's got some space. before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Oh, what a move. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Throws to the tight end. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Trojans.
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Razorbacks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they...
He's got it for a big play. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. From the gun to give, looking for room. Got enough for the first. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, USC. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that speed.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that play.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Man, that was a drive to forget right there. Like, they wanted to create some space, get out of their own end zone, and maybe flip the field, but that offense got nothing going, and they're going to have to punt from their own end zone.
Throws for the tight end. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He makes the catch, and he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight end. He got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Razorbacks want to move quickly. Defense in press coverage. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. He'll take it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now on the move. Touchdown Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic with his feet. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes...
Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the catch at the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got him 1st and 10 inside the 20.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Gets the back moving. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Here's a heat. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Now the play fake. Bring in the heat. They get to him as he throws. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. And the Trojans didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Music no. Music no.
Looking to fire. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB. Finally getting some pressure. Finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
They got nothing and liked it, or probably didn't like it on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1.
Let's go. Let's go.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, you feel pretty good about a quarterback sneak most of the time. Such a short yardage play. I just got to find a little crease and get through it. But this defense was more than ready for it. Built that wall up front. Nowhere to go. No push. Big stop by the D.
He has the 1st and still on his feet. Speeding down the left side. The 40. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
What an unbelievable play on offense, and I think the thought process was, hey, we're on our own 2-yard line. Let's just run the ball and give ourselves some space, give ourselves some better field position. But the ball carrier says, no way. I'm making people miss. I'm taking this thing to the crib. And he showed you his speed. Wow, what a game-changing type play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Looking left. Makes a connection. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
Yeah, they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies, that highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Running behind that left side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. They knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more, so they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
They'll run play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Hauls it in. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Trojans have this offense rolling. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. That's reeled in, it's Lane. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down.
Beck's going for the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
Got some room after the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
Game one, you want to come out and put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes with the return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. Jackson will throw. It's complete to the left. turning it on. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Looking for more room.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for the big play. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Jackson gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. From the gun. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Green. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.